This is going to be the true Bitcoin calm before the storm. Bitcoin is consolidating while we are trading in a weekend, and a massive breakout is going to be around the corner. So we are going to need to be talking about that exactly in today's update video. A lot of Bitcoin traders are getting fooled right now, so today's update video will be absolutely crucial. On top of that, we need to be talking about this chart. Yes, this chart is a little bit overwhelming, but we are going to need to be talking about altcoin season. So stay with me, we'll be explaining everything today. So can we once again push up the likes? Back up after 200 likes, that will be absolutely amazing. And as always, let's have a look into what's that short term. And in that short term for Bitcoin, we are consolidating inside of another weekend. The semi-closed price is approximately sitting at that 84k level. So consolidation at around this level is just going to be expected, like we are doing for most of the weekends. Anyways, yesterday Bitcoin has been breaking back below this level of support. It has been looking a little bit more bearish over here. Yesterday I've been talking about this fact. We are probably going to be coming back down towards this level of support. And yes, indeed, we came back down towards this level of support and we exactly saw a bounce from it back to the upside. Right now, Bitcoin is still consolidating inside of this symmetrical triangle, and we're still going to be expecting a massive longer term Bitcoin breakout. Now, at the one side, definitely Bitcoin is trading inside of an uptrend again. We are trading inside of this upward sloping channel. At the other side, Bitcoin is still trading inside of this downtrend. So it just depends on what time frame you're going to be looking at. But Bitcoin is not really giving us that clear direction. It's not giving us that clear trend in the market at this moment. So yes, a lot of people are getting fooled. A lot of traders are getting chopped up with this current price action. And I just want to be having a look which direction Bitcoin is going to be taking. Are we going to be breaking this downtrend to the upside, or are we going to be breaking this uptrend to the downside? That will be giving us that direction in the market, and the breakout in either direction will be decisive, in my opinion, for what that next Bitcoin move will be. So we just need to be a little bit more patient over here. We are right now trading inside of a weekend, so this breakout is not going to be expected during the course of the weekend. But definitely beginning next week, we can be expecting that next move getting initiated. Anyways, for that longer term, I myself am still going to be patiently waiting for this falling wedge breakout to the upside. Yes, in that longer term, we're definitely having a look in towards a lot of bullish data coming in towards the market. I've been explaining all of these signals for many times on this channel. Bitcoin funding rates trading negative, Bitcoin RSI being oversold and crossing bullish at this moment. We've been seeing a lot of ETF traders selling off, which we have been seeing at every single Bitcoin local bottom. Right now we are seeing inflows again, so definitely a very good signal. At the same time, we are still trading inside of a bull market. We are holding above the 50 weekly moving average. More on that exactly a little bit later. On top of that, this shorter term signal has also been playing out, where we have been seeing a reduction in quantitative tightening, which we have also seen during the last year of May. And whenever that happened, we saw a local bottom for Bitcoin and the trend reversing back to the upside. So if the same thing were to be playing out again, we could definitely expect a trend reversal for Bitcoin at this moment, which we are going to be expecting because global liquidity is once again on the rise to the upside, and global money supply is increasing with a 105-day lag. So definitely looking very good. And I will still expect this breakout to come within the coming month. That is my prediction. I think in the coming month, we are going to be seeing this break to the upside. And that is going to be a very good trading opportunity, in my opinion, which I will personally definitely be taking. So I myself am definitely going to be extremely bullish in that longer term. I want to be waiting for some more confirmations. I want to be waiting for a break above. I want to be waiting for a break above the falling wedge pattern. That is going to be my confirmation, and that in that shorter time frame, I still want to be more patient and still want to be a little bit more cautious, exactly like I've been explaining during the last couple of videos. Anyways, this chart is going to be extremely important to understand. This chart will be very interesting for all of the Bitcoin traders, for all of the Bitcoin investors, and for all of the altcoin investors, because still a lot of money is about to be made during this cycle, and you need to be understanding this chart. So guys, before jumping in towards this chart and explaining it exactly, if you're going to be getting interested in trading this Bitcoin breakout as well, make sure to be checking out that first link down below, because with the first link down below, you can be claiming $150 completely for free, which you can be claiming and using for this Bitcoin breakout, which I will be taking over on Blofin. So make sure to already sign up your account, take this free trade. And yeah, with that being said, let's have a look into this chart. And yes, this chart is not going to be very fancy. This chart might be a little bit overwhelming to you at first, but this morning I've just been playing around with all of these charts, and this morning I've just been having a look. Is alt season still going to be coming this cycle, or is it going to be over? Is it not going to be coming? Because a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people on YouTube are saying that alt season is not going to be coming anymore this cycle. So that's why I've been doubting myself a little bit, and I've been checking up my charts, really been checking up these charts over here. And yeah, I've been opening up all of these charts, and they're telling me a very clear story. So let me exactly explain. First of all, we're having the Bitcoin dominance over here on the pink line. We are having the Fed balance sheet on the orange line over here. We are having the global liquidity on the yellow line over here, the M2 global liquidity. And we're also having the Bitcoin price on the purple line over here. So yeah, a lot of lines, but let me exactly explain right now. First of all, we are seeing a stop, or a reduction in the quantitative tightening process, which is exactly one signal we want to be seeing for altcoin season. And this chart exactly explains that. Now, ideally, we want to be seeing quantitative easing, just like we have been seeing during the last cycle. We saw quantitative easing, this line massively increasing, okay? Now, this cycle, we are probably not going to be getting quantitative easing, but we're definitely going to be getting a stop with quantitative tightening, or at least a very, very big reduction, like you can be seeing in this white line over here. I think something like this is going to be happening next, a massive reduction. And in the cycle of 2017, we have exactly been seeing that during a stop of quantitative tightening, there was no quantitative tightening, there was no quantitative easing. We could also be seeing that altcoins were taking over majority of the dominance. So altcoin season can still come whenever there's no quantitative tightening. Just at the moment where there is quantitative tightening, that's going to be the moment where Bitcoin dominance is going to be increasing. But whenever quantitative tightening is going to be stopping, altcoin season can definitely begin, and altcoins can take over dominance again. On top of that, I've been thinking about this fact, how still the global liquidity has been rising all of the time, and that might have just been the stimulation and the indication of the increasement of the Bitcoin price during this cycle. And because of the global liquidity increasement, we can also still definitely see an altcoin season. I think this global liquidity can also just flow in towards altcoins, just like it has also been flowing in towards Bitcoin for this cycle. And if we are going to be having a look in towards the length of this cycle, this is perfectly confluencing, because I think that quantitative tightening is going to be stopping at around over here in about June, maybe a little bit earlier, or maybe a little bit later during around July. But I think at that moment, quantitative tightening is definitely going to be stopping, and that's going to be the beginning of the real true altcoin season. And if we're going to be having a look into the length and period of this cycle, we can still easily go on until about December, November of this year. So there's still going to be a time, and there's still going to be a place where altcoin season can start during this cycle. And if we're going to be having a look into what's metrics, if we're going to be having a look into what's the global liquidity, if we're going to be having a look into what's a Fed balance sheet, it could definitely still be possible. Now, I do not think we're going to be seeing an ultimate alt season where we're still going to be reaching these lows. Now, it could still be possible, but I'm just going to be hoping for a little bit smaller of an altcoin season over here, reaching the 50% Bitcoin dominance, or maybe the 47% around that mark. So yeah, while everyone is giving up on alt season now, if I'm going to be having a look into what's the statistics, it is still going to be indicating me that we can still be expecting it during this cycle. And while everyone is in disbelief at this current moment, I think it's going to be the perfect setup where it could be starting any moment now. Now, I think the real gains are going to be getting made during around summer of this year. So let's wait patiently for that. I'm still going to be accumulating my altcoins. I'm still going to be preparing myself and waiting patiently as an investor should be. So yeah, anyways guys, with that being said, make sure to be following me over on X to be staying up to date about every single market development. And guys, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.